Hey, what's happening YouTube and what's happening Gray Fox? This is gonna be a quick playthrough of the Jack Cup, and Gray Fox sent me some FZEP files to test for him, and believe it or not, I actually did do a recording up to, I believe, to be track 3 or track 4. I'm pretty sure it was track 4, but the commentary was completely lacking because well, I'm still not exactly in the mood, but when I was recording prior to that, I was not paying attention. Everything was just off kilter. That shit was... I have, how do I say this? Oh, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have mental problems. It's a mood disorder, so to speak. And nothing bad could be happening. There's a chemical imbalance in my brain. Whereas sometimes you feel dead. You feel empty, you feel sluggish, you feel cloudy. So I decided to re-record because I'm making the same mistake now. I'm repeating myself. I don't have good commentary. I'm being way too self-conscious. But let's get it started. And I believe when I did do the first recording, I think what I said was one suggestion was to slightly scale back this track, but I don't think you really need to do much of that. You know, if you would just get the fuck out the way and let me boost properly, Rex, that'd be greatly appreciated. Alright, so, first course, not hard at all. A very good introductory course, and he mentioned how he wanted to design this course to be very similar to the one it's replacing from the official game. And I'd say he's done a pretty good job here. You're maintaining really good speed. It's a jumper course. You can probably do slider as well. I'm not sure. I never tested that. But you can see the AI are very balanced here. Like I'm not struggling too much with them by any stretch of imagination. And as I say that, he gets in front of me. But here we go. Yep. Not hard at all. Alright, so the first time I actually played that, I didn't come in first place, sadly enough. And I can't really give any suggestions on this track because it plays just fine. You've got enough decorations, you've got enough transitioning between a high wall, tunnel, and you know, all that good shit. And I'd say out of the first 3 courses, this would actually be my favorite. When I was doing the commentary before, it didn't seem like that, but now that I played it again, I like this course more so than the first 3. And it's very interesting how easy it would be to come in first place, considering the fact that this is replacing Silence High Speed. But I think the reason for that is because the course is relatively short. My bad, brother. Have to knock your ass out. Okay. And that was bad on my part. But this is my favorite part of the track. I can't do DTDs too well, but I like attempting them. Yeah, this is my favorite course so far. If only I can do them DTDs, this would be a very, very easy victory. And that's the only problem that, with custom courses, when it comes to the AI, obviously the AI can't do anything you can do, and you can't really do what they do. But it's obvious there's limitations, so when you do make jumps like that, or, anything that can allow for the player to do a DTD, you kind of have to be conscious of that if you're trying to design something for Grand Prix. If you're doing just straight up time attack, you do whatever the fuck you want. But when it comes to Grand Prix, and this is only coming from my perspective when it comes to balancing for Grand Prix, you always want to design all your tracks in a particular cup so that it actually feels like a race, if you know what I mean. Now there comes a certain point in skill level where that, you know, there's nothing you can really do about it. Once you get to a certain skill level, you know you're just gonna win unless you make a fatal error. But it's when it comes to F-Zep, it's a balancing act, because when you replace a course in the original game, the AI are programmed to move at a set speed based off the course you're replacing. And so far, Gray Fox, you've done a pretty good job of that. I don't understand why, out of all the characters in this game, it's always Billy, who's always spin attacking any and everything. I like that little tunnel section. At first I didn't like it, until I, you know, learned it a little bit better. And this is based on the original Big Blue from the Super Nintendo, F-Zero. I mean, you can clearly see right here that ice section. Alright, get the hell up out of my way. Come on. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to place too well here. I would only make one small edit, and that's just me, which would be, and I'll show you actually, once I get to it. This step section here, I'd probably make that so that you're airborne just a tad bit longer. Yeah, that wasn't too good. And another thing, I'm actually guilty of this too, but the pipe section that you have, you could probably actually just remove a dash plate. And unlike F-Zero GX, you have a slower speed pickup, so dash plates are less effective. Feels good hitting them though. And I do recall getting to this point, and this is when I died and I was going to redo the recording. I think the thing that I said was probably add 2 more dash plates here. You have one right here, and then I think there's another one. I forget exactly where. Like maybe a dash plate in here would be really nice once you flip upside down, or maybe a dash plate there, who knows. And this actually reminds me of Devil's Forest Mirror Road, which is what I think it's like Joker 2 or Joker 3. But yeah, the only thing I would really do with this track is add a few more dash plates. And if this is actually going to be, if these are going to be the official tracks for your Jack Cup, and this is just my personal opinion, you do whatever you want. That's the best thing about customizing anything and everything. When it comes to video game design or when it comes to drawing, if you've been giving some tools or the rights from the developer or creator to customize, you do it however you want. But you see how we're at 23 out of 30, and there's that one section where there's no wall. I'd say a no wall that's that lethal to knock out that many AI, you should probably save it until you get to the Queen Cup. That's and that's really, it's up to really what you want to do. If you want that gradual, slow progression, that's what I would recommend. And or what you can do here is just widen it a little bit. So for example, right here, actually, you know, you actually keep it at the same. That's just the AI being stupid. And this actually feels very similar to Mirror Road, with the healing pit being, it's a little bit longer than the one in the Mirror Road, but for a track like this, it don't feel like it's enough. Because if you're going if you're actually good at the track, unlike me, you'd be going so fast, they'd be like, well, that's not enough. My bad, little wyvern. That track is actually very well structured when you look at it. Like the mini-map, it doesn't seem that way, but from a coordinate perspective, it's very well structured. For some reason though, it doesn't seem like it would be a sand ocean track. It seems like it'd be like some kind of port town or sector track. It just has that, you know, because sand ocean tracks feel slightly more, you know, more wavy and more smooth, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm losing. Alright, cylinder dome. I see he told me in Discord how this was one of the more boring tracks. And the reason being is you can only do so much with cylinders with the AI. The biggest problem that I have with this game when it comes to cylinders is the magnetism. It's very easy to fall off a cylinder. What I will say though is your minimap looks very nice. This little curve section, the dome at the top of the minimap, the way you have that structured is very nice, especially when you're coming down and doing that loop to the straightaway and this zigzag here on the left. It looks pretty solid. And I always attempt to make the mini-maps as clean as possible. And I think you're supposed to go on the left-hand side and just stay on the left-hand side. So this is basically like a really high speed course, so I should have picked jumper settings for this, but... Whoa. Yeah, be very careful. I don't know where the dash plates would be. Maybe they're on the right hand side this time, I'm not sure. I have no clue. And that's the only problem with cylinders in this game as well, because I think in F-Zero GX it's a little different, because they have that graphic that floats above them that signifies, hey, there's a dash plate that's somewhere over here. This game, the memorization, it's rather, wow, it's rather tricky. But that could be due to the limitations of what they were working with at the time. So I'm going to try to get on the other side and see if there's any dash plates. And it doesn't seem like there are. And yeah, this is there's nothing I'm gonna be able to do. I'm getting destroyed. He did send me a video showing how to race this track, but I kind of forgot. The only thing I remember was these dash plates here on the left side. So if you play this properly, the AI shouldn't really be a problem. But as you can see here, I did not do a good job. And I get punished for saying that.
Too bad. You lost to the team.
I should have went to jumper settings, but we'll see what we can do here with the most unoptimized settings for this course. What would have been interesting is to have some of these dash plates sitting on the top or the bottom to make it more quote-unquote interesting. Maybe have like a dash plate on the right-hand side here before you come back up. Maybe there's a dash plate on the bottom. I'm not sure. I'm trying to look for something. Come on, Gray Fox, you gotta feed me a dash plate on this pipe here, or this cylinder. Alright. There we go. So, like, you see what I'm saying here? Like, imagine a dash plate on the top, or maybe even the bottom. Almost got you, Captain Falcon. I'm gonna die again. Yeah. See, you're not feeding me anything here. Although I think this could be due, you probably are trying to create a... Because this is track 5 in the Jack Cup, this is probably based on difficulty. Not sure though, you'd have to tell me. Yeah, there's no way. You'd have to play this with jumper settings. I mean, look how far behind I am. There's just absolutely no way. Yeah, there's no way.
Watch your back. Finish.
Absolute failure. And that's a weird graphical glitch. Okay. Yeah, that's no good. I'm gonna have to kill both of them. Oh, this one. Okay, this will be an easy first place victory. I just need to kill my enemies. I don't know if I killed them or not. No, you're still alive. There we go. Alright, that's one. Alright. Now I just need to catch up to Goro. And he's not letting me catch up to him for some reason. Alright, let's get it. Oh, just missed him. This was actually my favorite course that he showed me. Me and my terrible DTDs, but you can tell I like this course by the way I'm playing it. I like slider courses a lot. They are the most fun. Look at that terrible DTD. Look at how awesome that was. That was badass. Alright. Depending on where Goro placed, I might have actually sealed the first place overall in this Grand Prix. I highly doubt it though. Where is he at? He's probably going to be in 7th place. No, he's way down below. Yeah, he came in 24th. He gave me that victory. Yep. Alright. Alright. So. My brain is still mush. I apologize, Gray Fox. I should have actually waited until I was in a much better mood to make a recording. And you did ask me to critique this as honestly as possible. And because I was in a brain fog, I don't know if I can actually do that well enough for you unless I send you a private message again. For your first tracks, assuming these are your first courses that you've made, they're very nice. But I'm not the best person to consult about that because, well, you have Felipe Broider, you have Uchiha Madeo, you have Realm, and then you have Effendi, and probably one other name out there that has been part of this community for some time. But since you know, I'm doing a request for you. They're pretty fun. They're pretty solid. My favorite course was the last one, the Steps track. And then I think it was Red Canyon, which was the second track. Those are my overall favorites. Big Blue could use with maybe a jump plate somewhere in there. You never know. You might be able to put a jump plate in there. And I said something about making the steps more steep, I guess you could say. And then another thing was... There was one other thing I wanted to tell you. It was on the Sand Ocean track. Maybe 1 or 2 more dash plates. So yeah, that's actually really balanced. You know, I played it on Masterclass. I didn't use the most optimal machine. Although I think it's like it's probably a B or C tier machine. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy the process. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. The commentary is very questionable, but you know, it's always going to be questionable to me. It's one of those self-conscious things. Have a good one.